This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, we continue in Siman Tafkuf Tesva. We continue Mishna Yomi. Seif Daud. Any Yehuda shehevi daran liYisrael, a Gentile that brings a present to a Jew, midvarim sheyesh b'minam b'mechubar, something that is in their species attached to the ground. B'yom tov rishon shel Rosh Hashanah, the first day of Rosh Hashanah. Shchali es b'chamishi. The first day of Rosh Hashanah is Thursday, b'Shabbos. Yesh matir melacham b'Shabbos. Some allow you to eat it on Shabbos, b'chdei sheyasu, and the amount of time it takes to make that. V'yesh oisrim. Says the Mishna, the same thing would be something that's lacking. Being trapped, Yom Tov Rishon Shel Rosh Hashanah, V'lo nakad Yom Tov Shel Galios. It did not pick a regular Yom Tov. The Azal Shita Savad, the Hutar Fil B'Yom Sheni, that the Mechaber is going according to his Shita that it's mutter even on the second day. Yesh Matir Mlachlam HaShabbos. Some allow you to eat on Shabbos. Lo Yamrinan Hachana Mishnei Yomim Mikaydem. That we don't say preparation from 2 days before, only 1 day. Even though it cannot be prepared on Shabbos, it would not be any different than if a weekday came out on Rosh Hashanah. That you would have to wait Matzah Rosh Hashanah, the amount of time it takes to make it. Their opinion is the Kim of the Kaimelan Ba'alma. Since we hold in general that the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah is like a long day, have a kiyam echad lefnei Shabbos, so it's like 1 day before Shabbos. So melo tzarich lahamtim matzah Shabbos, and melo you need to wait matzah Shabbos b'chdei sheyasu, the amount of time it takes to produce it. Odei azu, according to this opinion, afilu nashru, even if it fell, or you need cider or was trapped, me'aleim gam kein aser b'yom Shabbos, it's also aser on Shabbos. So matzah Shabbos mutter b'zamiyad, and matzah Shabbos it would be mutter immediately. Dina hachi, the din would be this way. So it says Rama, hagol didan dinagin lahachmer sheyam tam shal galios. We who are machmer on the 2 days of Yom Tiv, nami dina hachi. So we would also be machmer here. Inyan hilchas anir de b'shnei Yom Tam shel Rosh Hashanah. Yesh hachmer b'Shabbos, 2 days of Rosh Hashanah, where we would be machmer and Shabbos b'shnei Yom Tam shel Golios. Yesh hakol b'Shabbos shul achreim, but 2 days of Yom Tiv you could be makel on the Shabbos afterwards. Says the Mishnah Berura Dina Hachi v'Tzanalim the Yesh v'Zagam Ken Shnei Deos Hanal. We who are machmer on 2 days of Golos. So you have these two opinions. Rak yesh v'Zanafkamina. There would still be an Afkamina. The b'shnei Yom shel Rosh Hashanah. The 2 days of Rosh Hashanah Aser b'Shabbos would be Aser on Shabbos. So das ha'oisrin, according to the opinion that Aser is afilu noshmei alein, even if they fell on their own mishum isra hachana because of preparation. Masha'en kein b'shnei Yom tovim shel Golios, as opposed to the 2 days of Yom Tif of Golos b'nashru me'alein b'yom rishon, if they fell on their own on the first day, or liktan hagoy la'atzmai, where the guy picked it himself, mutter b'matzah Yom Tov rishon miyad, it will be mutter on the matzah Yom Tov of the first day immediately. Kanal b'sef beis yesh lahachmer b'Shabbos v'tzon alomer kedas ha'oisrin lamala. So 2 days of Rosh Hashanah were machmir, and 2 days of Yom Tov will be mekel on Shabbos. V'tzon alomer kedas ha'oisrin lamala v'ayin b'tash because of Shem Rashal. The matzah Shabbos mutter miyad, matzah Shabbos is mutter immediately. Ve'in tzachel b'chdei sheyasa. You don't need b'chdei sheyasa m'loy dehuva b'yom shishi unless it was brought on Friday. Abba Chedusha Rabbi Kiveger Hisel Galav. Rabbi Kiveger challenges this. The Marshal loy ari klal b'shnei Yom Tam shel Rosh Hashanah. Marshal is not talking about the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah. V'dai to his opinion is the b'shnei Yom shel Rosh Hashanah tzarich lahamtin v'matzah Shabbos b'chdei sheyasa. His opinion is the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah you need to wait matzah Shabbos b'chdei sheyasu. Yesh lahakel b'Shabbos shul achreim. You could be mekel on Shabbos that's before them. Doloi gazrinan, we're not goyzer shema yomer la'akam b'yom tav rishon. That we're not goyzer that maybe you're going to say to a guy on the first day of Yom Tov shushne yomim koydem Shabbos, which are 2 days before Shabbos, laviyin b'Shabbos v'al kein mutter below Shabbos. Therefore it's mutter the Friday night la'achar kedei sheyasu, after you wait the kedei sheyasu. The same thing would apply if the 2 days of Yom Tov of Galus fall out on Sunday, Monday, and the guy brings it on Shabbos, that it's mutter to eat it on Yom Tov Rishon be'erev achar kedei sheyasu, after you eat b'kedei sheyasu. Says the Rama, "V'davka b'pirish in tzrichen la'achan b'yom tov shelf nei Shabbos." This is only applicable by fruits. Avol davar shetzarach la'achan b'yom tov sheni, something that has to be prepared on the second day of Yom Tov v'tzarach Shabbos asar, that's prohibited me'achad in a higin le'asar. Since the minhag is to aser v'afla talta b'yom tov sheni, and even to move on Yom Tov sheni, emloy l'tzarach archem, unless it's for a guest v'chayotze b'zeh. Says the Mishna Berura, Sivkatam Memalef Shetzachim Lachim Perish Kugain Dogim, like fish at Tzrichim Bishul, that need to be cooked. Of a Shabbos also Levashim, on Shabbos it's also to cook them. And Yom Tov Sheni, Nami on the second day of Yom Tov as well. Iav Shel Levashlam, you're now to cook them. Sharei Muksimhim, because they're Muksav Asurim, and they're Asar Afil Yisrael Achar, even for another Jew. Imloishin is Damnulai Archim Mechanal, unless guests happen to come your way. V'yafto Tzarch Archim Mekalinan. Even though that for the needs of guests we're lenient, mikamakayim, nevertheless, chalalayu shei muksa, the shei muksa is chal them kozmando and is damnu loy archim, so long as archim did not come your way. Asr, it's prohibited, mikamakayim, mutter levasha yidei akim, nevertheless, it's mutter to cook through goyim, be'inyan, she'ein boi mishum b'shulei akum, in a situation where it won't be b'shul akum, al derech shenizbar b'yardei asim kuf yagim ayin sham, be'erev Shabbos, l'tzarach achila Shabbos, on Erev Shabbos, for the needs of Shabbos, l'achar sheyamtim below Shabbos v'chdei sheyas, after you wait Friday night, the amount of time it takes to make it, kiven she'isra atilta b'yom tov sheni, since moving on the second day of Yom Tov, eino ela chumra ba'alma, is only a chumra. All of this is when you have from the species in your house for l'kavet Shabbos. If you don't have from the species in your house, and you need it for Shabbos, mutter l'taltal, you're allowed to move it, or l'vashla ba'atzlein, to cook it yourself, l'chvayda Shabbos. Rak she'yizor, you just have to be careful from tasting from it, ad sheyamtim below Shabbos v'chdei sheyas, until you wait Friday night, until the amount of time it takes to produce it. Says the Mechaber, davar she'ein b'mina b'mechaber, something that does not have in its species attached to the ground, v'ein mechusar tzeda, and is not lacking, being trapped, and bami toichat tchum, if it comes from within the tchum, mutter lakol, it's mutter for everyone. The imbo michutz tchum, if it comes from out of the tchum, also la'achlam, you're now to eat it, l'misha huva b'shviloi, for someone who is brought, for ulachol b'nei beis, his whole household. Says the Mishnah Berurah, davar she'ena b'minai, oy kagoin shehevi anachri peras yaveshim, or for example, the guy brought dried fruits, v'chanabas of gimel, ve'ena mechusar tzeda, kagoin avazim, geese, v'tarnagam, chickens, v'chai gavna, michutz latchum, from outside tchum, dahainu v'shabetchilas knisas Yom Tov, that is from the beginning of the entrance of Yom Tov, hayadayin chutz latchum, it was still outside of the tchum, l'mi shehuva b'shviloi, u'v'nachri, and for a guy shehevi peras le'ir, that brought fruit to a city, Sharuba Yisrael, which is majority Yisrael, Afilu Mistama, also Lekulam, it's also for all of them, the Adaita, the Kulam Hevi, because it was brought with all of them in mind, Ukil Kaman Sevav, Ulchobnei Ve'isai, the Mistama Adaita Kulam Hevi was Mistama brought for all of them, Shiadeh, She'in Balabais, Oichel Avadoi, because he knows the Balabais does not eat alone. Inyan Orchim regarding guests, Imhim Smuchim, Tader al Shulchani, if they're always reliant on his table, Kol Yamahim Kivnei Beisai, then according to everyone, they're like household members. Vafilam Zimnam B'Mikra, even if you happen to invite them, Gam Ken Yesh Machmir and Va'osum Da'ados are Machmir and Asar Achinim Zimnam Achar She'avin Hanachri. However, if you invited them after the guy brought them, Achar She'avin Hanachri Advam LeBeisai, if you invited them after the guy brought it to your house, then Yesh L'Hakel, you could be lenient. Okay, we'll hold it over here. Be'ezus Hashem, continue tomorrow in middle of Sif Hey.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.